this personality development class, in the last week, what was taught? Pardon? How to become? So you tell me how to build a personality. How to build a personality. How to build a personality. Coming to Archimedes. How to build a personality. Pardon? Physical strength. To build up confidence. Then ethics, values. Okay, all good words you can use here. Okay, then after that, individuality. Okay, that by birth everybody has. You don't have to build it up. What else? Spiritual. Who said spiritual? What? That's what she says. Wisdom, ethics, values and all that. Anything new? Come running. Good personality. Come. That's what it is. Tell me. Add something more. Let them come. Don't care. Anything more?
To build up name, fame.
So if you have no name, if you are not famous, then
Build up a personality only.
okay. If you don't have money, okay, sit here. Then next,
My name is B. Venkateswamy.
you tell me what is it. I just asked.
Personal development prepare the faces any problem.
Prepare it to face any problem.
Yes.
Okay. So people who have a problem only will come here. But here, is it that? I don't know. That's why I'm asking. I never attended a class like this. I only teach. I am Dr. Shashi Kumar, basically a scientist in Department of Space. My PhD is in mathematics. Okay. I try to analyze slightly different. I just ask you one question. Why do you have the course is personality development or yoga? And 1 hour you have yoga and then 1 hour you have class. Pardon? So what is yoga? What do you learn in yoga? How many classes you have? How many classes you are going to have? 4. So 6 classes. What is that yoga you learn? Are you learning yoga here? Are you learning yoga here? Be very careful when I speak. Each word is very powerful from me. Take it to your heart. Don't take it very light. What is yoga?
Concentration.
Concentration is yoga. So you say it's exercise. You attended this class twice, and before I came, you had 5 minutes minimum. How many of you read these boards written here? Have you heard about the word Ashtanga Yoga? What are the 8 steps in yoga? I'll make you chinless. What is Ashtanga Yoga? Ashtanga Yoga is written here. Yama, Niyama, Asana. And what do you call yoga is generally Yogasana, not yoga. Yogasana is not yoga. Many people mistake yogasana as yoga. Yama, niyama, asana, pranayama, pratyahara, dhyana, dhyana, samadhi, 8 steps together are called yoga, in which generally people get confused by learning yogasana as learning yoga. Before learning yoga, you must have the first 2 steps. That's called yama and niyama. How many of you have that? To know whether you have that or not, you must have first knowledge of what is yama and niyama. Do you know what is yama and niyama? If you don't know, why do you learn? How many of you read books? How many of you read about this Ashtanga Yoga? Tell me, I am not trying to teach you anything. In 1 hour, I can't teach you. This is only to inspire you to learn. What is personality development? You must get inspired by listening, saying that, oh, I have something to learn in this direction. I can understand better, I can learn better. My expertise is in this, not this. I am an image processing man, computer science for last 20 years, scientist in space department. This is interest which I have, so we keep learning. Yama is non-violence. So who is the practitioner of Yama in India? Mahatma Gandhi. So there is only one, well, see, without any doubt you can say, right, no? So there is only one person whom you know who took the first step in Ashtanga Yoga, and Mahatma Gandhi is the only person. Why nobody else? There are a lot of yoga practitioners in your mind, right? Yoga teachers in your mind. When I ask you who is a person of Yama, who is a non-violent person, you don't name anybody else. But you have only one person in mind. But he is not a yoga teacher. Yes or no? My learning on Bhagavad Gita starts from Mahatma Gandhi. Reading Mahatma Gandhi's book by mistake. His book called Gita, My Mother is a wonderful book. If you get a chance, you must read it. It's only 100 pages. He talks about how he practiced Bhagavad Gita in his life. Learning is easy. There are a lot of people who learn. You learn pranayama also, right? No? Ramana Maharshi says the pranayama practice is to control your mind. You want to control your mind, ethics, no angry. Right? Only during pranayama. Soon after that, once you come out, there are a lot of people who go to temple pray. There are a lot of people who shut the door and then sit in the puja room and do puja. As soon as they come out, useless. People talk about non-violence and then go and eat chicken biryani. Killing any animal is also non-violence, right? So what is violence? You must know by now. Otherwise understand what is it. I am not going to spend a lot of time on that. And you must be pure. When you take a breath, what do you take inside? What do you breathe out? Why? Why? Oxygen become carbon dioxide. This is a big factory producing carbon dioxide. No pollution controller comes and checks it, right? And you will not get non-polluting certificate on your body. They'll tell you pay tax. A day will come, government will come and check you. Carbon dioxide out of. You must control, clean your body. There was a tradition in Bharat. When you breathe out, the oxygen content should be measured. And such people who can breathe out clean air are only prescribed to do pujas, at least purohits. Even today you ask any, possibly, I don't know, you ask any pujari in the temple, ask him what is Sapta Shuddhi. You must ask some of the pujaris if they know. If they don't know, ask them to get out of the place, close the temples. Because a person who does not have Sapta Shuddhi is 7 Shuddhis. If they don't have 7 Shuddhis, they are not eligible to do puja. And that Shuddhi, cleanliness, purity is called second Niyamam. Niyamam is discipline. Discipline is purity. Clean. It starts not from actions, it starts from breathing. We want clean food, right? Clean water, clean air also. And how do you make clean air? You breathe in air, but you breathe in oxygen. We are breathing air or oxygen? But you said oxygen. There is a small equipment here which converts or filters air and then takes only oxygen inside. That's nose. That's body. We have senses to identify what is to be breathed inside. And as it goes inside, air gets diverted into different directions, different activities it has. It has blood circulation, it has digestion, it has thinking process, it has learning process. And if you eat something which does not like by your body, it has to be vomited outside. For that also some air is reserved. For every activity in your body, air is required. All that goes inside through and air is your power. And that air, once it goes inside, while coming out, it becomes carbon dioxide because your body is such polluted. If your body is very clean, assume you take a burden, start putting water inside, clean it. Put again water and clean it. After some time when you put nice good water, will the water get polluted? Water will be same, right? No? So if you take oxygen inside, why oxygen? To clean your body. All the activity must happen. All the function should do well. And all that happens perfectly well, and then the oxygen will never get converted into carbon dioxide. In such a stage, when you breathe out, what will come? Oxygen should come out, right? Once oxygen comes out, you know that in a small pipe, if you push oxygen out and you just make a small friction, fire will come. Because if oxygen content is 1%, 2%, 3% extra in the atmosphere, small friction can make fire. That's what chemistry says. Therefore, if a good person whose body is totally clean, pure, if he just breathe out, what will come? Oxygen will come. Therefore, what will happen? If somebody does like this, fire will come. It used to come. The rishis in Himalayas used to. There was a nice program in National Geographic few years back. The National Geographic channel went to Himalaya and then asked those Swamiji staying there, how do you wash your clothes? Because minus 47 degree, if you wash your clothes, how do you dry it? How do you wash it? Or don't you wash? Then I asked, very easy. How do you wash? There is no water. You want water? Yes. Okay. Touched on the ice, chanted mantra, it became water. And then washed the clothes and squeezed it well. Then he asked, how do you dry? Yeah, we have a drying machine. Where is the drying machine? Put on the body, meditate for a few minutes, take it out, the body heats up the clothes and dries it. And I asked, how do you do? Yeah, everybody can do it. It's your mental power to make your body heat. That's why people get fever when they get exam. The mind gets heated up, the body gets heated up. Sharira manaso yoga paraspara manuvrajit adhara atheya bhavena taptajya khadayuriva. Charakan says that. Sharira manaso yoga. The sharira, body, and the manas are related in such a way that as the body heats up, the manas also gets heated up. If the manas get heated up, automatically Shariram will get heated up. That's why when somebody gets angry, their cheeks will become reddish, nose will start trembling, eyebrow will go up and down, wrinkles will start coming, and sometimes hand also will start functioning. The whole body chemistry will change as your manas changes. So manas can influence your body. To make your body very pure, you have to have your mind also pure. So purity doesn't mean only the body purity, but generally the pranayama, the breathing control, have got a control on your manas, because when your manas gets angry, generally manas only gets angry. When you get irritated, when you are in a hurry, when you are worried, or when you eat more curry, all the three R's are problems. Once you have this, automatically you require a lot of oxygen. When you require a lot of oxygen, what happens? When you require more oxygen, what do you do? What do you do when you require more oxygen? You breathe more. Breathing more for many people are breathing more number of times. That's why when you are in a hurry, when you are in worry, when you eat more curry, you start breathing more. That's what it is. And how much you breathe? Your lungs can take 5000 ml of oxygen and you breathe only 200 ml. You keep on breathing inside, breathing outside, breathing inside, breathing outside. You are not putting your lungs totally. You need more oxygen, but your body knows only how to breathe many number of times. If you breathe many number of times, your prana will reduce. Because every human being, number of breathings are determined by God by birth. Who says this? When I said to God, we should know which God were he said this. Lord Krishna, after Mahabharata war, during Mahabharata war, Lord Krishna gave lot of lectures to one of his friends, Arjuna. Whole thing was waste. Arjuna could not understand anything, because any teaching while you are in tension, not intention, intention, separate words. When you are in tension, nobody can follow any lessons. Just before examination, if somebody teach you one learn. So in the Mahabharata war, 60-kilometer war field, in the center of the war field, 4 hours cassette, Bhagavad Gita being played by. Do you think Arjuna will understand anything? At the end, he said, 18th chapter, he says, Krishna, you tell me now what should I do? That is what I told you. Now in one sloka, you tell me all 700 slokas are waste. This should have been told in the beginning. Okay, forget about it. It's good that he said because we could read something. But then after the war, they had a cup of tea because they were successful. And they sat together on a corner of tea, and then Arjuna asked Krishna, why couldn't you replay the cassette again another 4 hours? Or give me a copy of that cassette. Krishna said, enough, you don't require this now. Now you require to learn how to breathe perfectly. And then he prescribes 108 slokas on how to live peacefully and how to take care of your health. What to learn, what not to learn. Ananda shastram bahu veditavyam albascha kale bahuvascha vigno. Arjuna, Ananda shastram, there are a lot of things to learn in this world. And albascha kale, you have only little time in your life. Another 36 years more in your life, 33 and a half years more. And you are going to die after that. So 33 years is not enough to learn all this. And I don't know how many years we will have. Now, we don't have that much time to learn all this. Therefore, what you should do? Only what you have to learn, you must learn. What is that? Breathing. Nice breathing you should learn. And how many times you should breathe? 15 times to 18 times. But how many times you breathe when you get angry? You breathe 40 times. And there is an animal breathes 40 times per minute. Do you know which is that animal? Dog. That is why when somebody gets angry, you say, don't bark like a dog. Don't you say this? Because when you breathe, your breathing rate will tell you what animal you are. Your character is determined by your number of breathing. Your lifespan is determined by the number of breathing. If you breathe 18 times, you can live 120 years. Arjuna got angry few times. That's why he died in 103.5 years. 126.5 years Lord Krishna died because he also breathed less. Not breathed less breathing for some time. He was a good yogi, therefore he could extend his life some more. And Bhishma did not breathe many times. That's why he could live more years. And crocodile breathes only 3 times, therefore it lives 300 years. So you learn how to not breathe less breathing. Okay. So when you want more oxygen, don't increase your number of breathing, but learn how to breathe large volume of air. Okay. So what do? When some people, the body demands, when they are very, body needs lot of oxygen, they don't know how to breathe. They take a breath and that becomes last breath. And that's called heart attack. Therefore, it's better to learn breathing practice before taking the last breath. Therefore, you can control your life, control your anger. Therefore, if you want to be pure, you must know how to breathe. That's why in the Saptashuddhi, the first sloka says, Pranavana vyamodana samana me shuddhyandam jyodiraham viraja vipatma bhuvya sanga swaha vakmana chakshus srotra grana jivvareto buddhya kriti sangalpa me shuddhyandam, etc. etc. It goes up to Annamaya, Pranamaya, Manonmaya, Vijnanamaya, Anandamaya kosham me shuddhyandam. There may be a difference in chanting because I am in a Kerala. Okay, you ask the Telugu Pandit, they may chant in a different style. That's only difference. We chant in slightly different style. Om Bhurvaswaha Tat Savidurvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Na Prachodayat. This is how we chant. But in Andhra, some of the temple priests will chant Om Bhurvaswaha Muna 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 Ekada. We don't dilute while chanting. We complete the whole chanting. That's all. Now, prana, the vayu, the air which you take inside, prana. Apana, the vayu goes outside, that is carbon dioxide. Both have to be equal. That means what? Carbon dioxide and oxygen cannot be equal. They have to be clean equally. That is the first step required to be in purity. I can explain hours together on niyama, but I am not going to do that. So this niyama, if you have, etc., then you will go to asana. Then only the next step comes the pranayama. That's a breathing practice. Suppose you don't have purity and then you learn the pranayama, what will happen? Your body is not clean. Your body is not clean. You don't know how to clean it, but you keep on pouring air. What will happen? Outside air will get polluted, that's all. You will take oxygen inside, carbon dioxide will go outside. It will never get clean because you are not cleaning it. No process of cleaning happens. And why does it become impure? Because your thought process. That's why you should have good ethics, good manners, good way of behavior. Not becoming famous. The more famous you are more polluted. The more educated you are more polluted. Doctorate, DR, doctorate in mathematics. DR means doctorate, right? You know what DR means? What does it mean? Degree you get? PhD, permanent head damage. Okay. the more you learn, you become that damaged. You can never improve in your life. The more famous you are, you have more problem. The more money you have, more polluted you become, more illogical you become, more unethical you become, more unnatural you become, more sophisticated you become. You are not social, you are not accidental, you are not natural, you are not creative. You depend on many people. If you are simple, you can drive your own car if you are rich also. But you become more rich, you need a driver to car. You depend on a driver. Now you are poor, you can go to bathroom without having tea. But if you become rich, you must have tea first, then only you can go. And if you have to have tea, you must have a servant maid. And you must have a milkman giving it. You mean how many people you depend on? Just go to bathroom. You must depend on many people. So as rich you become that dependable. Actually, when you become higher and higher, what should become? You must be free. At least free from yourself. That's the first thing. You must be free from yourself. How can you be free from yourself? What is being free from yourself? Your thought process generally is selfish. You keep on thinking yourself. What I should become, what should I eat? There are some people. You know what brahmachari means? How many of you are B.Tech, BA, BSc, BCom? All starting with B, right? No? Very good. All are B. Why? How many B.Tech are there now? Why you are not in Tech? Yeah? You must be B.Tech. Right? No? What does it B means? So you are not married or what? Only after B.Tech you can become, or BSc you can become masters, right? No? B.Tech means what? Or BSc means what? Bachelor of Technology, unmarried technologist. Does it mean that? What does it mean? When you get a degree, you must know what does it mean, right? If somebody asks you this, what will happen? Generally, when I sit in interview board, it's very difficult to ask such questions. What is bachelor for that degree means?
After that we will become master for that degree.
Okay. So once you become married, you will become master of something, and before that you become bachelor of something.
First we are bachelor for commerce.
What is bachelor of commerce means? That's what I'm asking. Bachelor means what?
Now we are not so much of perfect in that thing.
Bachelor means non-perfect.
No.
No, Baba. Tell me, Baba. Tell me, baby. Bachelor means translation. It's an English word, right now. Do you think the bachelor degree, that word bachelor, we took it from British or America? Is it an Indian tradition or non-Indian tradition? That's what I want to ask. Non-Indian tradition, bachelor? Non-Indian tradition? You know the first university was in India. Nalanda University was in India. We take all that credit. Therefore, we must also take credit for telling that a bachelor is from India. What does bachelor means? Translate it, Amma. Brahmachari. Brahmachari in technology. What does it mean? I am not laughing. What I said is each word when I pronounce, it has got meaning inside that. I am not joking. Think. You can also think. I want you to think. I want you to be different from this. What does brahmachari means? No, that's a mistake. Brahmachari doesn't mean married or unmarried. We have got brahmacharyam, garhastyam. There are 4 steps in life. Grihasthasrama, vanaprastham, sannyasam. Okay? So we have brahmacharyam, grihasthasramam, vanaprastham, sannyasam. In that first one is brahmacharya. After that only grihasthasramam. So that is why people generally mistake brahmacharya is not married and grihasthasram is married. Right now? And brahmacharya means what? That is the time people have to learn. So brahmacharya is learning time. So B.Tech means 3 years you are learning technology. That's what the certificate says. So brahmacharya, Brahma means what again? Let me ask. Who is Brahma? So your father is Brahma. Who created you? Wrong. Creativity. Brahma is creativity. Brahma is not creation. It's a God of creation. God of creation means the power of creation. Power of creation does not become the noun, it becomes verb. Little English. Okay. So it is creativity. It's so logical, the Indian thought process. If you want to be creative, what you should be? What you should have? Thinking. Just thinking you can be creative. Jnanam. Who says that? Give him a clap here. Very bad clap. Okay. Now you should have jnanam. You should have knowledge. That is why Brahma's wife is Saraswati. If you want to be creative, who has to be with you? Knowledge has to be with you. If you have knowledge and you don't be creative, you know what will happen? Brahma will come and take your knowledge back. He won't leave his wife alone. If you don't use your knowledge, if you are not creative, will your knowledge stay in you? Do you think all that what you learned is with you now? Commerce, what is your background? Yeah. BCom. Your background is BCom or foreground is BCom? Your background is BCom or foreground is BCom? You have done BCom now. I just asked you background. What did you learn earlier? 10th class, 12th class, you learned many subjects. But what has happened? You forgot all that. Now you have only commerce in front of you. So when I ask you what is your background, you are telling commerce. But actually what you should tell, your background is all subject, foreground is commerce. Yes or no? That's why all subjects are given background. But what happens? You forget that. Why? Because 3 years you are thinking only commerce. Possibly. God only knows. Okay. But SU you think only on commerce. Vice Chancellor will give you a certificate telling, what's your name? Maitri. Okay. Maitri was thinking only commerce and Vice Chancellor gives a certificate. But sometime Maitri don't think for 3 years, Vice Chancellor will give another certificate, failed brahmachari in commerce. Does it not happen? There are some brahmacharis, you know what will happen? Morning as soon as what breakfast you had here? What is the lunch which you are going to have? You know what brahmachari is? Brahmachari in eating. Brahma means creativity. Your creativity is in what? Commerce. Your creativity is in different subject in different time, not necessarily one. My creativity was in mathematics 25 years back. After that I left my creativity in maths. Then I started my creativity in law. Then I started my creativity in management. Then I started my creativity in psychiatry. Something else keep on changing. Your creativity can keep on changing. Doesn't matter. Your foreground keeps on changing. But never forget your back. If that is there, what happens? Your Brahman never moved in that. You can never get into master's degree. If your creativity is there for 3 years, not knowledge alone, not Saraswati alone. Along with the Brahma, if Saraswati is there, you become strong in that subject. Your Brahma means Atma. Your Brahma means Atma. Brahma means Manas. The Brahma means the Buddhi. There is a difference. I don't know how many people know this. Do you have Manas with you? People keep saying, how do you think? What do you think? There is a course here, mind management technique. Many people join that. I ask them, what is mind? What is mind? They get confused. They will say, Shiva mind, yeah. I said, mind? Yes. The mind is here. Then why to control it? Buddhi is required. Don't control, keep on adding. No? Why to control it? No. Then they said, no, mind is not that. Mind is manas. Where is your manas? For some people it is not that, already given to somebody else. What can you do? I have a small poetry book in which there is some small confusion. Some people have a thought process telling that manas is heart. That's why when people draw that symbol and give card, no, this is my heart, no. Heart is given. Thinking that the heart is manas. That confusion most of the people have. Doctors also have. It is mind. Heart is mind. Manas is mind. Brain is mind. You see, confusion starts here only. This is the big problem. Therefore, what happens is the poet gets a heart attack, goes to the hospital, and the doctor says you must have an open heart surgery. And poet says, don't open my heart, there are a lot of secrets inside. Doctor should not see my heart. It's a big problem. The manas is something which have desire. You can learn a subject only if you have desire. If you don't have desire, and learning is like feeding when you are not feeling hungry. You know what did I do in the first few minutes in the class? Asked you few questions. I made you hungry. And I was watching your eyes. 80% of you wanted to learn. Yes or no? Tell me. If I don't make that and start telling the same thing, you will not be with me like this. So first requirement is to have a desire to learn. The desire to learn comes from the manas. No medical science understands where is manas. Upanishad says, Ena chakshusha pashyanti, ena chakshumshi pashyatihi. The eye has no eye, but the eye inside the cell has no eye, but it can see. The cell inside your eye has no eye, but it can see. That's biotechnology, okay? Biotechnology don't understand that biotechnology. Now assume you have the consciousness which desire, which feels I have to, and that feeling, the desire comes from the manas. That is the human being. Whenever the indriyas are there, it's open, the desire keeps coming. The desire comes from what do you see, what do you hear, what do you smell, what do you think, what do you touch, what do you taste. The time I say masala vada. Now you know what masala vada is. The shape is in your mind, eye is seeing it, the taste is in your tongue, smell is in your nose. You can also feel touching it. Only one word is enough. All indriyas are connected through the manas. It's like the software in the computer. And the buddhi is the hardware. Instantaneously it was not there. What happened? It downloads. But it is stored here. Now my face, my picture is already taken. Some people started keeping inside their manas. Some people started taking and keeping it inside the brain. Backup not required, this fellow. By mistake, sometime you see me, you start downloading. Oh, this teacher, he taught me. Oh, let him go, yeah, then I will cross the road. Some people, oh, I know this man, so I will cross the road and talk to him. Who says this? I want to. Manas says, buddhi says, let him go. So the desire, dampening, both happens. And after that, what will happen? At night you dream. In the dream, the masala vada will come. Who says this? Atma says. He is like a judge. He does not talk anything, do anything, but he confuses. And all these three together will be with you if Brahma. That's what the Brahma is. The creativity is with you. Your buddhi will be there, desire has to be there, learning has to be there, and you must keep on keeping it inside your brain. Every learning process should have this process, then you will be a successful student. Many people have problem in concentration, yes or no? I'm a psychotherapist. I'm a psychologist. Many students will come to me for counseling, ask me, I have no concentration, I am not able to do this, I am not able to do this. How many people have this problem? Wonderful, your brain is working. If it's not working, no, this problem will never be there. That means you are able to concentrate in different things. Very good, wonderful. Only thing you are not able to focus it. That needs some training. Is it a problem with you? No, it's not your problem. None of you have concentration problem. You believe? Do you believe? You believe that, but that is not true, right? No? None of you have concentration problem. Any one of you Who did not visit a cinema theatre so far? Is there anyone who has thrown the ticket in a cinema theatre and says that I am not able to concentrate in the movie and then goes out? Do you have the same concentration problem when you go for a movie? So what problem is that? So you have concentration, but you don't have concentration. When I asked you, you thought reading. You have no reading concentration because your desire is not there. Shraddha is not there. Why Shraddha is not there? Because it's not interesting. The cinema is interesting. That's why when the heroine opened the door, you will also see who is coming. You're so eager to see. But when you read the textbook, you're not eager what is going to come. Let it finish, yeah, then I will turn the page. Don't you turn the page and see what is next in the page? When the teacher teaches, are you eager to know what is next? You are not. And as two people go for a movie, as soon as the movie is over, when you get out, you discuss the movie. Is there anybody who discuss in the veranda what the teacher talks, teacher teaches? You have no interest. You don't carry it in your manas. If you are a bachelor, you must carry that along with you. Acharya padamadatte padam shishya swamedhaya padam sa brahmacharibhya padam kalakramenacha. From that word brahmachari is bachelor's degree derived. The learning process in Bharat traditionally was prescribed 4 ways. Acharya Padamadate. Quarter portion from the Acharya. 1/4 from Acharya. I should not use the word quarter because it also confuses some people. Quarter from Acharya, wonderful Acharya. And another quarter Shishya Somedaya. On self, another quarter. And another quarter Brahmacharibhya with all the friends together. You understood what is it? That's the best way to change your chemistry. Acharya Padamadatte Padam Shishya Somedaya Padam sa Brahmacharibhya. With group discussion only you can learn subjects. Without discussion, learning does not complete. That's why all BTech engineering students are put in one class, thinking that they will at least discuss each other and learn together. They will discuss, but not the subject. Padam sa brahmacharibhya, padam kalakramenacha. Brahmacharibhya, they are bachelors. They carry subject in their manas. Such people can learn together. So that is what brahmachari is. If you are such a person, what you should do? You carry only purity, non-violence, no anger. He says problems. Who said problem? Without a problem? Life without a problem is personality development. Do you have a real problem in your life? Everybody has, right? No? Is there anybody who don't have a problem? How many of you have problem? Some problem or other. Tell me how many of you have problem. Please lift your hands, if you have problem. I am going to solve all your problems by this. What do you say when you have a problem? Don't you say that I am in a problem? Tell me, I am in a problem. Just repeat it. Repeat louder. I am in a... That's a normal usage, right? No? Very bad English. Cannot be accepted either in British, Australian or American or Indian English. There are 4 recognized Englishes. All are not acceptable to that. Because logically it is wrong. I am in a problem. Where are you? I am in a problem. So your problem is bigger, you are smaller. Is there any problem in your life which is bigger than you? So this is logically wrong. How do you correct that sentence? Use the word in itself. Facing problem, then turn back. No, that's the easiest one. Don't face problem, yeah, turn back. Problem is in me. Is it not? So what do you say? Problem is in me. Is it not true? The road is very bad. Lot of ups and downs. After the rain, no? Lot of ditches, natural, artificial, all dumps, everything is there. RTC bus, if you travel 7 hours, how much is the ticket from this place to RTC Crossroad? 7 rupees. Okay, 7 rupees you have to travel. Each time you jump. How many jumps you have? 100 times it jumps, right now? So interesting, yeah. You have to go to a park, 150 rupees to jump 100 times, Here 7 rupees ticket, easily you can jump. Is it not interesting? Free of cost. But assume you have a slight back problem. What will happen each jump? Each jump is painful. Why? Is the road is bad? Road is bad otherwise also. But when do you feel it's a problem for you? Only when you have problem with you. So who is creating problem? It's you yourself. If you have no problem, every problem becomes no problem for you. Is there any problem which is permanent in this world? Every problem is only instantaneous, temporary. What is the problem in your life? What could be the problem in your life? Tomorrow something is going to happen. That's a problem. And what do you do today? Keep on thinking about it till tomorrow. Tomorrow it may be there, may not be there. So the whole day is wasted if it does not happen. Then you will think, what a fool I was. Yesterday I wasted for thinking this. Then you will think about it the whole day again. Another 2 days you wasted. Assume there something happens. You could have just said no problem. Yes or no? Now you have to write exam. What do you do? Exam is in March 2010. Exam March 2010. It's a big problem. Keep on thinking till March. Then what do you do? Write exam. And then after exam again think about how you did not perform well. Yes or no? Instead of that, there is a simple method. What is the method? Don't think about the problem. Who will think about these problems? You are not creative. If you are creative, you have no time to think on any problem. Can you just close the door if there is a door? Yeah, fine. Now assume there is a problem. What is that you should do? For every problem there is a possibility of closing door. Don't listen to that. If you start listening to that, it becomes a disturbance for you. If you don't listen to that, will it become a disturbance for you? It's not. It's your ear who will decide whether I will listen there or listen here. Don't you have control on your ears? Yes, you have. If you have control on all the senses, that's called the pratyahara. A person who is in pratyahara will never get disturbed in anything and he has no problems. And he will become a real brahmachari. All 5 senses will get concentrated. His tongue, his nose, his eyes, his ears, his thought process, everything will be on the subject what we want. I taste mathematics. I eat mathematics. I listen mathematics. I speak mathematics. I see mathematics. When I said rasavada or murchi bhaji, it's only to eat, right? But you see that. Don't you see this? Why do you see this? All indriyas will start functioning because you enjoyed it sometime. Why? What is the meaning of enjoying? That means your manas is there. You got involved in that. The learning subject, do you really enjoy? If you don't enjoy, you can't understand this. That's why what happens is, soon after examination, same question paper, write again, you will not get the same mark. You will get less marks. Because as soon as you write, your brain cleans it. Because you are learning for writing exams. If you are learning for writing exams, you can never be the master of that subject. But assume you are learning for becoming a master of that subject, you can never forget in your life. So you have to decide whether you want to learn or write exams. Once you learn, writing exam become easier. So your concentration will automatically. You are not seeing movie to write exams, but your concentration is there. Why? Because you have interest. So you must have interest in what you do. Shraddha has to be there. You must have interest. Keep that with not manas alone, not buddhi alone, not atma alone. All the indriyas have to be within that. All the five senses together. That's called the pratyahara. You can do that only when your breathing is controlled. Why breathing is controlled? Your breathing controls your chemistry of your body. The chemistry of the body decides the way you behave. The chemistry of your body decides the way you think. The chemistry of your body is decided by what do you eat. So you want to learn pranayama, asana, all that, and then eat. Eat what? Eat meat and drink blood. How many of you drink blood? Yeah? Animals' blood. None of you? How many of you are non-vegetarians? Yeah, all of you drink enough blood of that animal. Because when you buy meat, 70% of the meat is blood. At least 50% is meat is blood because it gets clotted inside. So you agree that you eat meat and also drink the blood of that animal. Animal doesn't make a difference because the name of the animal is chicken, mutton, etc., etc. when it is living only. Once it is dead, it's all called a dead body. So all dead body eaters, okay? So the dead body eaters also drink dead blood. If an animal gets killed during that time, assume somebody comes and slaps you. Won't you get angry? You get angry? You get agitated? You get worried? All the feelings which you have will have a reaction in your blood. Any disease is tested by your blood. So what will happen? Your chemistry in the blood also will change. It becomes toxin. And an animal getting killed will have all the feelings. And the blood will have similar toxin. And once you eat that, do you think your character will have no change? If you are mistaken. That science today, earlier it was prescribed in 15th chapter Bhagavad Gita, you are what you eat, and today it's called, a subject called microbiotics, you are what you eat. The character is determined by what you eat. Therefore, your food control is a must, not just coming Ramakrishna Mat. That will not make you a yogi. And none of us can become yogis, to be very frank, I'll tell you. But at least to reach somewhere there, closer to that, you must have control on your food to control your, assume all that you have, then your indriyas can be controlled. When your indriyas can be controlled, it says your concentration will be there. That's what I said, your indriyas are totally inside the subject what you learn. Therefore, you will not think this, that and all that. A worried person will always have got different thinking process, stats, logics, unnecessary justification. That's why in Bhagavad Gita you can, the first whole chapter, who talks? Bhagavad Gita, first chapter, who speaks? Krishna does not speak in Bhagavad Gita, first chapter. First chapter only Arjuna speaks. He is the psychic patient, Arjuna. He tells all his problems. And the psychiatrist, Dr. Krishnan, comes only in the second chapter. And psychiatrist gives prescriptions for another 17 chapters. Okay, this is what happens. So when you have real concentration, you will have no problem. Then you can get into meditation. It is not that people don't have concentration, can meditate and attain concentration. It is those who have concentration can automatically meditate. And meditation is called dhyanam. And after that, the last stage, total meditation, where your brain does not function, but your buddhi functions. You want to repeat again? Your brain do not function, your buddhi will function. Brain and buddhi are same medically, but in Indian concept, both are together and it reacts in terms of Atma and Manas. That's why Bhagavad Gita, Krishna in the second chapter says, Uddhared Atmanatmanam Atmanam avasadhet Atmaiva Hyatmano Bandhu Atmaiva Ripuratmanaha. He uses the word Atma, 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 Atma in the same sense in all the lines, but all Atma are different. And all Atma is Buddhi, Atma is Manas, Atma is Atma, Atma is Brahma. And Ramana Maharshi says, Hridaya Guhara Madhye Kevalam Brahma Matram. In the inside of your Hridayam, Manas, we just distinguished and said Manas different, Buddhi, Manas and all that. And Ramana Maharshi says, Hridaya Guhara Madhye. Inside the Hridayam there is a Guha. And inside that, in the center of that Guha, there is only Brahma, nothing else, creativity only. For whom? Those people who are not conditioned. We are all conditioned by knowledge. You must behave like this. You should never sit like this. We are conditioned. So we cannot become natural. Therefore what will happen? Before sitting we will start thinking how to think, how to sit, how to behave. We are not creative. We are not natural. We are not accidental. We are not simple. We become so sophisticated and therefore we become so sad in our life. Always confused. I wanted to do this. Then Buddhi says, don't do it like this, yeah. At home you want to sit on the floor or lie down on the floor, keep your leg on the chair and watch TV like this. Your mother says, is it the way? Don't sit like this. Sit straight. Is it a military camp or what? You have to sit straight. And some houses, no, when nice jokes will don't laugh. Jokes you have to enjoy like this. Very strict houses, yeah. I've seen some houses. I go to different houses for seeing Vastu. A nice sofa set, diagonally kept, contrast color cushion. It should not tilt. So when you sit there, before getting up, you must see that it should not tilt. And then, otherwise, people will start thinking, is it the way the life has to be? Very neat house. You go to somebody's house, no? Nice bureau, lot of playing items are there. So, where is your small kid? Yeah? No, he is already past MTech and he is doing MS in US. And this I purchased 25 years back. I never give him for playing. It's all kept there. Playing items are kept in the showcase, never given for playing. Have you seen such houses? Some houses have bedspreads, very clean bed. Pillow is exactly there, no wrinkles. Then why do you marry? I don't understand. If you don't make wrinkles on your bed, you don't understand. Anyway, bachelors, poor bachelors. And what you should do in your life, you must know how to live. A house has to be neat enough to be healthy and untidy enough to be happy. Very simple. Not sophisticated. Another book is called Life Made Simple. How many of you are on Orkut? Yeah, I think generally the Sunday personality development batch, most of them are my close friends on Orkut. How many of you heard me earlier in any lectures? Yeah, a few of you are there. Good, that's my mistake, okay. Now, this Orkut community is called Life Made Simple. I have 2-3 communities and the life is to live, somebody hacked it. Okay, now Life Made Simple was active, in which I've collected all the discussions, philosophical discussions on Orkut. Life Made Simple. I believe that grow like a tree and fall like a river. You grow like a tree. The tree doesn't know where does it grow, but it grows. When there is a wind, it does not stop. It allows to swing. It does not break. But assume it become very strong, does not swing, what will happen? It breaks. So it must know how to swing. Wherever light is there, it must know where to grow. The river, when it falls, it enjoys, it's more beautiful. Your life has to be like that. As simple you are, you become that free. Then you have no problem in concentration. The problem is you are totally dedicated. Now in lunch you are going to have biryani. You have decided in the morning itself. Now what will happen? Sitting here you are thinking which hotel I should go. So what will happen in the class? You are thinking about only biryani after the class. And the class will be over. You are not here. Your Shraddha is not here. Then in the lunch you are eating biryani. It's not at all tasty. You could have thought, no, oh, the class was slightly different. I could have listened to it. You miss always your buses. And then what will happen? Your Atma will say, yeah, you are always like this. Yeah, kya brain you have. Then you say, oh, I should not have done this. Who says to you? You yourself tell you that you should have. Let anybody tell you that you have done wrong, you will never feel bad. But once you start telling yourself that you have done wrong, you can never be happy in your life. People are not happy just because you are not listening to yourself. Why? You are not listening to yourself because you know if you start listening to yourself, you will not reach anywhere. Because all your thought processes are unmatured. You are not developed, you are not grown, you are not experienced. Therefore, learning, absorbing, observing, understanding, determining, analyzing, judging, interpreting, comparing, experiencing, adding wisdom, ethics, everything inside knowledge, practicing it every day and living with the people. We are all sharp-edged stones by birth. The more you interact with the people, you become a smooth, good. You have seen the pebbles in the sea, the rivers. It's so beautiful. Beautiful because it starts rubbing with other stones. That's what experience is. In life, you must become experienced like this. That's why Brahmacharya is over. Then Garhastham becomes over. Then after that, Vanaprastham means what? What is Vanaprastham here? What is the meaning of Vanaprastham? Vanaprastham means what? Going to? Who said that? Who said that? Going to? Vanam means what? Vanam. Vanam means Akash, space. Vanam is not forest. Vanam is forest. Yes or no? Traditionally we have this problem. Somebody does mistake, we keep on carrying it. And every buffalo goes behind a bad buffalo. Vanaprastham means going to space department. That's why I'm in space department. Okay. Be like a space. What is the speciality of space? Open. You just put rocket inside and go, nothing will happen. Space doesn't care. Let it go. I don't care. So in the house itself, you must be like a space. What will happen for a space? You can move around. As you become older, you may have great grandfathers or grandfathers, old mother, old father. They should not involve in all the activities. What you should do? They should just move around without disturbing anybody. That's what. But is it true? All the old people, what they will do? They will show their presence. What they will do? If you keep the burden here, they will say, why did you keep it here? You should have kept it here. Not here. 2 centimeter difference. No. There's a lot of fighting in the house. Have you not seen this? And you keep a glass there. By mistake you touch it, the glass falls. Who kept the glass here? They will start asking. Not that, no. What? The person's hand who touched. Assume that somebody kept the glass, your hand touches and it falls in. Don't you have 2 eyes? They will scold you. The same person, if they touch and then falls down, they will say, who kept the glass here? No? So logically they know how to twist it. The experience is used for always negative, not for positive thinking. Such people are called in Vanaprastham. You should not involve unnecessarily. Then all these experience together, you must start teaching. That's what you become real a Swamiji or a sannyasi. Not necessarily becoming sannyasi from where? Brahmacharyam directly to sannyasi. Assume you reach all these experiences of controlling all the angers. Assume you have no problem in your life. Will you have to control your problem? Will you have experience in doing that? You don't have. But not necessarily every doctor should have the disease to know how to treat, okay? See, the doctor treats for ulcer. Is it because he already experienced ulcer? Not necessarily. So all the problems you don't have to face it to cure it. That's not necessary. But you must have the knowledge about it. That's more research. Therefore, when you have all these under control, you pass yama, niyama, asana, then pranayama, pratyahara, dharana, dhyana, samadhi. In samadhi, what I said, your brain is dead, not functioning. Why? Because electroencephalograph will tell you, like ECG you have, the brain function can be tested by electroencephalograph, EEG. The EEG will show no vibration, but you ask questions, answer is given. Now, I am teaching you, right? Hopefully, last 1 hour. All these are what I learned. Some time back, somewhere I have read, understood all that, put it into some sense, and never personality development class. So far I must have had hundreds of personality development classes, but never I taught in this style. This is first time. And every class I make it different. And that's why I record my own talk, to listen to me back. Sincerely I am telling. Never. And it does not come from my buddhi. If you put a electroencephalograph and test me, my brain was not functioning for last 1 hour. Because I have no brain. Buddhi is not there. It comes from the heart. Do you think that I talk to you with the feelings from the heart or from the buddhi? Did you feel that I talk with the feelings from the heart? Yes or no? And am I able to reach into your heart or in the buddhi? In the heart. Only when you talk from heart, you can take it into heart. When you take from heart to heart, your buddhi is not working. And heart is much more functional than buddhi. When your feelings are higher, buddhi will never work. Heart is much more powerful and buddhi is less powerful. That's why many people do mistakes. They have a lot of desire, they do something, and after some time buddhi will say, oh, I should not have done it. This happens. That's why when somebody gets angry, I told you 100 times. And you say, I did not tell you 100 times. No, you told me only 2 times. Why? The 102 difference, Manasa doesn't know, buddhi only knows. The counting system is stored in the buddhi but not in the manas. Therefore, counting system itself will be forgotten. This is what happens. So if you have all these steps, you get into samadhi. That is what the yoga steps, and you are becoming a yogi. And in the yogi level, yoga means joining. Joining, so you are joining. Joining what? Yoga means joining. Mathematics, yoga means join. Union. You join. You union with God. Because Hridaya Guhara Madhye Kevalam Brahma Matram. Brahma is God of creativity, and you become Brahma himself. When your buddhi and manas and the Atma become same, you become a realized person. And you become Brahma himself. You become the God yourself. And a yogi is equal to a God. And you reach that level, that's called yoga. So once you become a yogi, you become that. That is why the personality development course is also called yoga. What is personality development? Personality development. What you said in the beginning was correct. Physically you must be fit. Mentally you are unfit or what? Okay. Mentally you must grow, not fit. Okay. Mentally you must develop. Not you will physically grow. As you take birth, no, everybody will start growing. It's a biological growth. It's a vegetable growth. It's an animal growth. But as a human being, when you grow, you have to be really human. You get educated. You must collect knowledge. Use it for all these purposes. As you become more and more knowledgeable, don't become more sophisticated. Become as simple as you can. Now, once you become physically well, fit, not necessarily physically gigantic. Okay? Doesn't become you have more muscles. Physically, emotionally controlled. That's more important. Not that you should not have emotion, desire. You must have desire. You must have feelings. You must feel upset. You must also get angry. You must also become sad. You must also become happy. If all that not there, there is no life. But you must be able to control it. Dukheshu anudiknamana dukheshu anudiknamana sukeshu vikataspra vidaraga bhayakrodha stitatir muniruchyate. Bhagavad Gita says. You must have sthita prajnavastha. You must be able to control your emotions. If you have that, emotionally fit, intellectually grow, physically great, then socially grow as a human being, interpersonal relationship. That's why I said you must have smoothness in your shape. You must be able to mingle with anybody. Don't make cut scar. If a stone is very sharp, what will happen? Wherever it hits, it makes a mark. If something comes and hits there, it breaks. You also will break. A rolling stone will never break. It's very strong by itself. You must be strong and never break somebody else also. Your strength is not to break somebody else. If that is the power, nice stones are used to smoothen the other stone, right? No? So any rough things can be smoothened once you are smooth. Be that. That is socially strong and spiritually higher. Reaching spiritual becomes you are in samadhi, where your EEG will show nothing, but your buddhi will start functioning. You understood what I said? Yes or no? Great, I did not understand so far. Very difficult to understand. Now once you do this, your personality development course is good. That means you keep on developing your personality. Once your personality become higher and higher, in mathematics, anything reaching to higher is called a supreme personality. You become supreme personality. What is the meaning of supreme personality? God, right? No? What is the translation for supreme personality? God. So once you develop your supreme personality, assume one course you did not develop your supreme personality. Again join, develop your personality. Keep on developing your personality. What will happen? You will become supreme personality. You will become God. By the time you will be off. Krishna, Rama, Govinda, God will take you there. You can join there. Okay? Now, I'm very happy that except 2 people, nobody has seen the watch in the class. Already 1 hour, 12 minutes are over. Why did you not see the watch? It's interesting. Not because Dr. Shashikumar is speaking, but because interesting. 1 to 1. Not because I am good, but because you are good. So lift your hands up, take it back, and then say, well done. Okay. If audience are not good, we cannot give good presentations. I enjoy all my Sunday sessions. All my Sunday sessions in Dimensional. Thank you, thanks a lot.